Thank you, Justin. Discover the hidden treasures of downtown Roanoke with a unique sampling of art and architecture. James Moser with the Taubman Museum of Art joins us to discuss the museum's two new walking tours. Thank you so much, James, for coming in.
Sure, you're welcome.
Tell us a little bit, starting off, what was the inspiration behind these two new walking tours here?
Well, probably approaching almost 20 years ago now, I visited Chicago on many occasions. Okay. And when I was up there, I ended up joining the Chicago Architect Center. And one of the benefits of membership were these art and architectural walking tours they would take downtown Chicago. So that was in the back of my mind. So when I moved back later and visited around a lot of different places, I picked up pieces here and there, and I said that would be something interesting and neat to do here in Roanoke as well.
Okay, and what are you hoping that people that take this tour get from kind of your guidance and kind of walking around downtown?
Well, as I tell people at the start of each tour, really my goal, and it's a lofty one at times, is to say whether you're a native Roanoker or a longtime resident or even just a visitor or tourist, I hope by the end of the tour everybody has learned at least one thing new, and a lot of times they learn more than that, and they're excited to see different aspects of the city they haven't known before.
Okay, and what are some areas that you do take the people on and show them?
All right, so we operate in and around. We begin at the Taubman Museum itself and then go from there on one of the tours and cross the railroad tracks, go to the Hotel Roanoke, then we visit the Roanoke Higher Education Center. Okay. And roughly on both tours, part 1 and 2, as they talk about, we have a dozen or so stops and cover about 6 or 7 different types of architectural styles. So there's Art Deco, there's Art Nouveau, there's a lot of different modern or ultra modern, all these different styles are covered. So Roanoke really has a lot of hidden treasures that people aren't aware of.
Yeah, and this will be a great thing for people to go and get some of your expertise at the same time and explore downtown. How long do these tours last?
Roughly about an hour, maybe a little more. So I try and give people their money's worth, as it were, so they get to see a lot of different things along the way. Like I said, about a dozen or so stops. 6 or 7 different types of styles in roughly about a mile. So we cover about a mile, maybe a little over, in roughly an hour-long tour.
Okay. How often will they take place?
As we come into warmer weather, although we had some during the winter, as we come into warmer weather, we're going to do them at least probably 2 times a month. So our next one coming up is May 1st. And then we have one May 18th as well. And we alternate, as I say, between 2 tours. There's a part 1, which we talk about on both sides of the tracks. And then on part 2, we go into the heart of downtown Roanoke. So those are our 2 tours. Okay.
If you had to pick one thing, what are you most excited about bringing these tours to a city that you were born and raised in, right?
Right. So as I say, I've been blessed many times to visit all around the world. My wife and I have been to all 50 states. And a dozen or more countries, but I still love Roanoke and love the architecture and art and history downtown. And one of my favorite buildings is the Higher Education Center because it's been well preserved, so I get to walk people through the building itself. So we see both the inside and outside of the buildings and a lot of public art and architecture as well. So love to visit and show off my hometown.
Okay, and I understand that there are optional earbuds available. Tell us a little bit about that.
Right, so that's something new, so I don't have to always strain or use my preacher or teacher voice sometimes. I can still project a little bit, but with these cool new things, they're called whispers or the whisper system. People can plug them in and I can talk in a normal tone and people can still hear me over the downtown traffic. So it's a great option if you're sort of hearing impaired, or even if you have to strain against all the traffic sometimes, you still get to hear it nice and clear.
All right, that sounds great. All right, less than 30. When will the next tours take place and how can people sign up?
So you can go online. You can find that at the Taubman Museum. Just Google or look up taubmanmuseum.org.
Okay.
And our next tour is May 1st and then again on May 18th. So they have them in the mornings as well as the afternoon. So you can sign up online.
All right, sounds great. We've got that information on the screen there. It's presented by the Taubman Museum. Heart of Downtown next tour is on Thursday, May 1st at 10 a.m. both sides of the tracks. Next tour is Sunday, May 18th at 1 p.m. You can register at the website. $10 for members, $15 for the general public, and $5 for the youth. All right. Great story there, and hopefully you all get a great turnout and learning from someone who's been all over the world and all over the country and has a deep history in art history and that sort of thing. Thank you, James, so much for coming into the program.
Thank you very much. Glad to be here.
All right. Still ahead.